Hi everyone, Sarah Rose here. Hope you're having a fabulous Thursday. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about manifesting and share with you a simple yet subtle technique that when you implement this into your daily life, you will see massive shifts in what you're manifesting and what you're experiencing in your physical reality. So if you've been a student of manifesting for any time at all, you've probably heard that your thoughts are energy, that you are energy. And you've probably heard the phrase that your energy flows where your attention goes. And what that means is that what you focus on expands in your life. Now, the fact that what you focus on expands in your experience can be a very good thing. If what you're focusing on is high vibe and you're focusing on things that you appreciate, things that make you feel good, and things that bring an elevated emotion, then you're going to be attracting more things like that into your experience. But what happens when you're faced with reality of something that you've manifested in your experience, in your day-to-day life, and it's unfavorable to you and it doesn't make you feel good, and you know that if you focus on it, it's only going to expand more, but you can't escape witnessing it or observing it in your reality. This is where I hope today the simple, subtle tip. It's all about a shift in your perception, and I hope this tip today will help you make a leap from where you're at right now to where you want to go by helping you just shift how you perceive the situation. So let's use an example here. Let's use money as an example, because money is something, it's very common. It's a common thing that people want to manifest more of. You may want to manifest more money or more abundance in your life because it's going to give you this sense of freedom, flexibility, and ease into your daily life. So it's a really common thing. But if you are always focusing on the lack of money in your bank account, or you're always focusing on how you wish you had more money, then what you're going to bring into your experience is more situations that leave you with a lack of money in your bank account and constantly wishing for more money. So you have to be able to shift your focus from the reality that you don't necessarily have the money in the bank account yet that you want, and be able to get out in front of that feeling and out in front of that manifestation and switch it. So you can shift your focus to something entirely different, and sometimes that's the best thing to do in certain situations. If you can just take your focus off of what you're trying to avoid, or you're trying to fix, or whatever it is that you're finding unfavorable in your experience, you can shift your focus away from it. But that's really difficult to do when it's part of your everyday reality. And that good example would be, money, because it is something that is tied to everything that you do. So for this example, you might want to start perceiving the situations, whether it's money or anything else that you've created in your reality, because everything that's in your reality right now, you've had an active role in co-creating. So whatever it is, instead of looking at it as something that you need to change or something that you are trying to avoid in your situation, look at it as something from your past. Because basically everything that you've created right now in your present reality is a byproduct of how you've previously thought, how you've previously acted, your previous habits, and your previous actions that you've taken. So everything up to now, right now in your experience, is in your past. It does not dictate you or who you are right now. It doesn't dictate where you're going. All it is a stepping stone. It's just a point that you are evolving through. And when you take that perception, it sort of takes the edge off a little bit. It sort of softens the vibration and softens the emotion. You're no longer stuck in the situation that you're trying to get out of. Instead, you're just evolving through it. So it's best if you can take ownership of everything that you've created, the good and the bad, because you've played an active role in all of it. But when you experience something that is unfavorable to you, take that perception and shift it into something that you know is part of your past, because logically everything that you've experienced, everything you're experiencing now, is a direct result of everything you've done before. Agreed? So all you have to do is understand that and know that right now in the present moment you have the power to change like that, and you have the power to shift your situation so you can start manifesting higher vibe events and situations into your experience. And that's through the simple decision in the present moment and the intention of doing so. So if you are able to do that in the present moment and make that conscious shift and make that conscious decision to move forward in a positive way, even though you're experiencing something that is unfavorable to you, instead of getting upset about it, or instead of wishing it away or letting it affect you emotionally, just see it for what it is. And what that is just something that is an accumulation of everything that you've done before, which is about to change because you're going to do stuff differently moving forward. And so this tip is so subtle. It's so subtle that you may be watching this video, and if you're not there yet, if you're not in the midst of really co-creating your experience, this tip may fly right over your head and you may just feel like this is just common sense. But it needs to be applied. There's a big difference between knowing how to respond to a situation and actually doing it. How often in your day do you get stuck in a situation where you're constantly ruminating in your mind over and over certain things that you want to avoid, or that you want to make better, or that you want to, move past? And the more you do that from a place of negative emotion, from a place of feeling frustrated, or from a place of feeling angry or upset or emotionally just down about the situation, you're actually bringing more of that kind of situation to you, because the universe is responding to how you feel. So hopefully you try this today and for the next week, and you just sort of really catch yourself in the moment and realize that, hey, this is not who I am. This situation is temporary. It's not a permanent situation for me. I'm learning from the experience. I'm making different choices. I'm elevating my feelings. I'm elevated my thinking right now in this present moment. And from this present moment, my future has shifted. And know that. And when you know that, and when you trust it, and you make that conscious decision, things will start to light up for you in ways that you never would have expected or guessed at all. So be prepared to be surprised when you start to do this kind of work, this conscious awareness work. And I really am excited to hear your feedback. I talk a lot about this in my Masterclass, Manifest the Life You Love Masterclass, where I talk about the 7 pillars of manifesting. And that's a free Masterclass that I'm going to be offering soon. I'm just perfecting a few things and dialing in just a little tweaks here and there, so I'll be launching soon. If you're part of my newsletter already and you're watching this video through my newsletter, then you're definitely going to get the invite regardless. You don't have to worry about missing that date. My dogs are barking. But if you're watching this on YouTube, I would say go over to manifestthelifeyoulove.com and register. It's free, and you'll get also notification as soon as the class launches. And my website, if you want to check it out, more information on some of my other courses that I'm getting ready to launch, is at sarah-rose.net. Feel free to check that out, and I hope to see you next week. Namaste.